Welcome to Kitchen 143. I am your host, Michelle Aventajado, your resident Momma in Manila, and tonight we are out and about in San Antonio, Makati. Tonight we have followed a little white rabbit, and we are going to go on a culinary journey down his rabbit hole. Yes, we are going on a fascinating foodie adventure where Filipino and Italian flavors will meet for a 7-course chef's table. As always, we're live on the Rappler website, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, Facebook on Momma and Manila and Rappler as well. So be sure to leave us any comments or questions you might have in the comment section so that we can get back to you. And of course, if you have questions for our guests tonight, we can pose them too. Joining me today are the 4 partners behind this hidden gem in Makati. We have Denise Liao, Rommel Gutierrez, Chef Rap Cristobal, and Chef John T. Hi guys!
Hi.
This is like stadium seating. We have everybody here in frame. How fun is this, guys?
Full force.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for
Fantastic.
having us.
Thank you for having us. So we're so excited to tell everybody about this new chef's table that you guys will be launching, right?
Yes.
But before we do that, tell us a little bit about the interiors. Rommel, I know your wife has something to do with this.
Actually, the interior was done by my wife. She's an interior designer, aspiring interior designer. She's still in school, but she has a lot of projects, and one of the projects she did was the rabbit room. So we invited her also as a partner to be part of the group, the core group. So basically, yeah, she designed everything here.
So of course this project is very close to her heart.
Yes.
As it is for the 4 of you. So I know that you guys are friends. You know, you've known each other for quite some time. Tell us how you came together for the rabbit room.
Basically, the space was offered to us by, actually, Chef T asked me if I'm interested in the place because he was the one who consulted the previous business here. It was a cafe, I think. The rate is nice, so he asked me if I wanted to put up my own business again. So, because we actually, all of us owned a business before.
Right.
All related to F&B.
So everybody was in F&B.
Yeah.
You guys actually went to school together as well.
The 3 of us went to school together.
Right.
Different batch, but we're all in CSB, Aki.
Yes.
And then we met Denise after.
Of course we do.
Animal.
Animal. Okay, so
So-
Chef John presented the opportunity to you
Yes.
guys. And actually, I think, because you were saying the price was right, this is where the philosophy comes in that good food doesn't also have to be expensive, which made it very easy for you guys to come together to offer what you enjoy.
Yes.
So Denise, tell us what you want guests to feel when they come and they dine, because I know we have a full table behind us. I'm excited because I know that you guys said dinner is really your crowd.
Yes.
Tell us what you want people to feel when they come in.
Well, we want them to experience elevated dining actually. From the talents of Chef Rap and Chef John, we wanted to showcase how good food can be sold sustainably and locally, but with cheaper prices, of course.
Right, of course. So affordable pricing with, one thing that I can say though is that I was actually kind of shocked when you said it was 7 courses, and the price points are quite affordable. But the inspiration, obviously, behind all of the dishes, where the Italian meets the Filipino, where the Italian meets the Filipino, Italian meets Filipino also. Tell us how you guys have come together to plan this 7-course meal that you'll be offering now with both of your backgrounds, right? So I think you both have things that you bring to the table, literally.
Well, for the first one, I think we're gearing towards the Italian side first. So I think since this is our very first chef's menu table, so we'd like to showcase something different, like because our target's like Filipino people.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to do the more Italian side. If you seen the menu, it's more Italian rather than like mixed.
So that would be the regular menu, or you're talking about the chef's menu?
The chef's.
Yeah, for the chef's menu. Okay, so aside from the chef's menu, which obviously you guys can come down, you have to make reservations. You can follow them on Instagram, @rabbitroom_, and then also check them out on Facebook, @rabbitroomph. We'll also share numbers later, like they can make reservations, right? So you guys can take note of that. But they also have a regular menu, an a la carte menu that you can order from, complete of course with cocktails. Now I know you worked with a mixologist for this. Chef John, don't go away, I'm coming back to you. But I want to show your bestseller. These are your bestsellers?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's walk us through first this one. This one. Chef, can you tell us about the dish?
That one is pulpo with our spicy mint aioli and with our calabasa puree.
Okay, and then we have, this looks like rabbit. Is this rabbit?
That's rabbit.
Okay.
So that's a rabbit confit. For this dish, that's the one we wanted to showcase the flavor of the rabbit itself.
Yes.
Because it's very simple. It's just rabbit cooked in butter and some herbs. That's it.
Right, well that's the epitome of confit, right? So guys, this is also one of the choices for if they win the giveaway, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And then this other one in front, I can't reach it, but you can tell us about it.
So that one would be the lomo. So it's a sous vide pork tenderloin with our homemade pepperonata sauce and some salsa bread on top.
Delish. And it's served with mashed potatoes. Yeah, so that looks really hearty and of course good to share. For me, I wouldn't be able to eat that whole tenderloin. That's a big serving. So obviously, come with your friends, come with your family. Are you guys open for brunch as well? Or yes?
We started just this month to open for lunch.
Oh, fantastic.
So we open at 11 a.m. onwards.
Okay, so you can come in for brunch, you can come in for lunch. I'm just going to move these over because, of course, we want to make space for the chef's table. I really want to try the lomo, though. I'm going to try that.
Yes, go ahead.
Chef, so tell us a little bit about your background. I know that Chef Rap said that the chef's menu will kind of focus a little bit more on the Italian, but I know, this also comes from your background as well, right?
So I work in Singapore in one of the big Italian restaurants there. You've been there, I think, yeah?
Yes.
Mozza Pizzeria.
We have.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring some of the dishes there, but with a rabbit room inspired twist.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of them would be the raviolo.
Okay. That's the star. I really love that one too.
So a lot of techniques comes to serving it, which we really wanted to highlight that Filipinos have a lot of talents now.
Yes.
The industry is booming and it's really fun to cook. It's really fun to be a Filipino guy working in Singaporean culture.
In an Italian kitchen, no less. So I can see that both of you are very inspired and you do find it fun to be in the kitchen. I do as well. It took me a long time to find some foodie friends who liked cooking as much as they liked eating. So I like cooking too. It's very clear from the menu that you guys have put together, even as a team, how much fun people can have when they come and, check out the Rabbit Room. I'm gonna try this. Will anyone else try? Tell us about the drink.
This one's our summer bodega. It's whiskey based. So basically, it's our most refreshing drink. So it has cucumber soda and basil.
Very fresh. That drink is very fresh. I'm going to taste that too. But I wanted to tell you about the lomo. Very tender. There is a little bit of kick. The tomato, it's tomato and peppers, no? Is there peppers? Delish. Super tender, as a tenderloin should be. Packed with flavor. Yummy. Delicious. So I can see why this is your bestseller.
Yes.
I'm gonna confess something to all of you, because the first time I tried rabbit, I was very young. My parents took us on a trip to Italy. We were in Italy for like a month with just touring with mom's friends. My mom used to work for the Italian Trade Commission, so she knew a lot of wine producers. And we had this very long 10-course dinner, much longer than all of the kids expected, and we tried rabbits. And it was afterwards that my dad said, "So how did you like it? Did you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I thought it was chicken. I liked it." And then I liked it until he told me it was rabbit. And then I felt really bad because I felt like I ate Thumper or Bugs Bunny. And I, obviously I wasn't as, my palate or even my mind was not in that place where I could think worldly things and enjoy rabbit as delicious as it is. So definitely want to try that, because I didn't get to try the cookie last time.
I'll move this one.
So looking for the inspiration when you guys decided to come up with the chef's table, how far did you have to look? Because I know if you're going to look at serving Italian dishes, are there Filipino ingredients that, obviously the Holy Trinity, onion, garlic, tomato, but beyond that, how far did you guys look when planning this 7-course menu?
Well, like I said, for the very first chef's table menu, we were planning, both of us, we were planning to focus on Italian dishes. That being said, when the dishes come out later, you'll see most of it's very simple. So there's not much what do you call this? There's not much influence from Filipino ingredients yet, because our chef's table menu would be monthly, I think, right?
Quarterly.
Seasonal.
Yeah.
So it would probably change.
So this is the breast.
That is the leg.
The leg.
The hind leg.
So is confit always leg? Because I know when you do duck confit, it can also be leg, but it can also be the breast.
You can actually use any part.
Yum. Very simple, the flavor. I dropped my napkin. Sorry. Delicious. You guys aren't eating. I'm the only one eating. I'm shaming them. They have to eat with me. So tell me about the cocktails, because I know, will you be bringing out more cocktails with each course? Are we highlighting some of those? There's even a cocktail, guys, that obviously
White rabbit.
like
Like
that.
that. Yeah. For our cocktail selection here, we wanted to focus also and bring out Filipino ingredients with it. Like one cocktail would include ampalaya in it.
Surprise! So guys, it's also good for diabetes. Diabetes.
Yeah.
I mean diabetes. But you can't taste the ampalaya. I promise it's not bitter. This is delicious. Okay. Nino likes it. Nino likes the ampalaya. The ampalaya drink, I think it's a refreshing.
Refreshing, yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of refreshing actually.
This is actually very refreshing. There's cucumber in this. Is there
Yes.
cucumber in this?
Soda.
Guys, there's lots of cocktails, and each cocktail is better than the other. And it's super creative, and of course goes with the meals. So goes with the courses. I know you guys have different ways that you're also bringing in the crowds. Music on Friday, are we pushing that? Is that something like for the dinner crowd that you can expect a little bit if you want to go beyond happy hour with your drinks?
Yeah, we do have DJs here. We invite DJs to play here around 9 p.m. on weekends, Fridays and Saturdays.
Nice.
Yeah, just to amp up the crowd during weekends so they can stay here and drink all night.
The drinks are fabulous, so you guys will want to stay and drink also. So, will you guys be preparing the dishes, or are you going to be chat? Yes, you will? Okay, so just some of them. I took notes the last time we were together. I know we're going to start with an arancini. Yes. So I'm not sure if that will be coming out anytime soon, but obviously, guys, you know arancini is, you know, the Italian rice balls, but with a twist. So there's the twist, right? So it's both Filipino and Italian at the same time, with a little surprise, of course, with the rabbit. So for those of you that might not be like inclined to try rabbits, I'm going to be very basic in how I say. Tastes like chicken. It's really good. You can't go wrong, especially when it's cooked in butter, slow cooked in butter. Rabbit confit obviously is something that, you know, doesn't take much to get used to. It's very pleasing and very easy. Actually, even in terms of flavor, the lomo had a little bit of bite, so caught me off guard, but not too much. It was great. And then tell us about this one again with the squash puree. This looks like squid or baby octopus?
Yes, baby octopus.
Baby octopus.
Cocoa and potatoes.
Yeah, so are you guys you want to tell me about that? I'm going to have one, so I'm going to put some in my mouth, which means you guys got to talk about the dish. Because I definitely want to try it. I'm just taking the one I touch. So baby octopus, obviously, Denise, you mentioned earlier, you know, dishes that are sustainable as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you guys source your ingredients and, you know, how important is it to you? Because you said you change the menu every so often, every 3 months or every quarter, to use seasonal and then to use local.
Wrap.
Okay. So for the baby octopus, we opted for the baby one because there's a lot of suppliers. These are the ones that they use for the Japanese, what do you call that? The takoyaki, yeah. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know they use the baby ones for the takoyaki.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So-
all of our ingredients are sourced out locally, and we try to bring in different techniques from different parts of the Philippines as far as their experience goes.
Yes. So I know that we said that it was, Chef Rap said that it was mostly Italian, but you will find little Filipino touches in all of the dishes. I think that you will be able to appreciate. Of course, I can appreciate both. Looks like we have something. We have the first course, which is the arancini. So, Chef John, do you want to tell us about the arancini?
This rabbit arancini is actually it's one of our staffs who made it. So it's really nice to have your staff really interacting with your restaurant, with the menu, because with that they really feel that they're part of the restaurant. Excuse me, guys. So actually, this rabbit arancini was supposed to be leaning towards the Filipino side, but we opted to do this one instead because we really wanted to highlight the Italian side.
But the ingredient here is not risotto or Oreo, it's adlai.
Adlai.
So therein lies the little Filipino kick and the Filipino influence as well. So bringing that in, I love that all of the dishes actually have, both Filipino and Italian components that make it hearty, make it comforting, of course, and make it familiar. I worked with a chef once who actually said, when you try something, it's their job, it's the chef's job to take you on an adventure. So just like we're going down this adventure of the rabbit hole, it needs to be an adventure that is both comforting and familiar, yet at the same time completely new. So that when you try something, you're gonna actually, it will be a new dish to you for that moment, but it will remind you, or you'll take comfort in the fact that there is, something else that it reminds you of. So this arancini, growing up in New York, we had Italian delis. We'd always go to the same Italian deli, Vito and Pidi. We'd go and we'd get everything in one spot. We'd get our raviolis, we'd get our egg creams, we'd get our cream soda, we'd get our cold cuts, our mozzarella, and they would even have like prepared foods in the deli counter of big, huge rice balls. So the arancini was like New York size, huge, and of course inside would be the ground beef and the big mozzarella ball as well, but staple. And I can honestly say too, arancini in my house, rice balls is a big thing. Like when we make rice balls, everybody gets in on it, and we have enough that's left over for the next day. So we have the second dish, I think that's here, and this one is a bisque, right? So the difference here of this one, so are these the sizes that we can expect for the chef's table? So obviously 7 courses, you want to feel full, but you also don't want to feel gluttonous. So there will be enough that, this is actually made with ulang. Chef, tell us about the ulang that ulang is
One of the locally sourced dishes. This dish is actually Chef's Rap Cristobal dish. Yes.
I think he's minding things in the kitchen.
So actually, I need to go for 1 second.
And he has to come back. So guys, look at how fun this is. This is a swap. The chefs are swapping for each course because each of the courses are theirs, right? So the arancini was yours.
Mine, actually, it was one of our staffs.
Okay. And then the bisque is Chef Rap. And then I have a feeling, I think we're coming out is with the chiqueta. Chiquete. Yeah, so that is obviously your influence, yes? Okay, so for those of you guys that aren't familiar with chiquete, I actually learned about it from watching Netflix with Somebody Feed Phil, right? And he went to this town in Italy where instead of tapas and the Spanish version of chiquete is the Spanish version of chiquete, not tapas, but pinchos. Pinchos, see? Oh, that was the brain fog moment. That was brain fog. It obviously, it's, really great bread with toppings that is usually eaten very, standing up at the counter with either a glass of sangria or wine. In Italy, obviously wine. So Chef John is preparing that. Chef Rap, tell us about the bisque.
This is the bisque. Right there. So this is made with ulang. Ulang is a freshwater shrimp. The big ones with the claws.
Yes. They're blue, actually. They are blue when they're fresh. And they have these really long claws that you can see Chef and his team have opened them up for you, so you don't have to do so much work. It could be lazy. It's a lazy man's bisque.
Yes.
So all you have to do is go ahead and dig in. Very simple in flavor, right? Tomatoes, spices.
Onion cream and very basic. The tomatoes and the shrimp itself.
So again, keeping the flavors so simple, the ingredients so simple that obviously the fresh seafood will shine in this dish. And, you know, I mean, in this case, simple ingredients, well, not necessarily simple ingredients, but ingredients made simple or cooked simply, prepared simply, obviously is where we can enjoy the different courses together. So, okay, so when we had this, when we had the ulang shrimp bisque, this is when we had, oh, we have the drink already. I was thinking about it. Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. So this actually was the one you were telling us about.
Yes.
Rommel, tell us about this one.
This is very basic actually. It's just mottled ampalaya with tonic water, and it's actually not that bad. It's not that bitter. You've tried it, like, so it's not that bad.
Guys,
It's
not
actually
bitter at all.
very refreshing.
Yes. I don't eat ampalaya actually, but this one is good.
But you like this.
Yes.
Cheers. Thanks for
Cheers,
having
guys.
us.
Cheers.
I think our chiquete is here. And I love that it's chiquete. I will say chiquete like 3 or 4 more times. So, do you want to tell us about the chiquete?
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Very simple bites of chiquete. We have 3 kinds of cured meats. We have copa, prosciutto, and mortadella.
Yes. So mortadella is, of course, we enjoy mortadella in our house. I am actually going to help myself to these because these are yummy. You guys can have one. I'll take one also.
Okay, go ahead.
So the mortadella in our house, as soon as we buy it, it's like finished. It's gone. it's delicious. And then is it copa with rosemary and thyme, and then also the herbed cheese. So this one looks like the copa, no? This is the prosciutto. That's the copa with the herb cheese. You ate the mortadella. You ate it so fast.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But that's really how yummy it is, guys. So I love that it's bite-sized. You can be demure if you're on a date or not. You can pop the whole thing. It's homemade focaccia. Chef, you have to talk. Our mouths are all full.
How is it?
So I love that there's 3 flavors you can pick from. Sorry, I had to chew and swallow fast. The chef wasn't filling that air for us. So the crispy, very fragrant focaccia also with olive oil and herbs as well, topped with the herb cheese that you had and the copa, and then the mortadella. I was able to enjoy the parma, the prosciutto. So very good. Do you like parma or San Daniele? Parma. Interesting. Nino and I love San Daniele, but we did have parma at our wedding, so we like both, right? All right. So I know Chef John is in the kitchen. We've had the summer bodega, the ampalaya refresher, ampalaya smash. Right? It is refreshing. Actually, both of these drinks are very refreshing without being too sweet.
Yes.
Because I think the worst thing is having like a very sweet cocktail because you don't even enjoy it anymore. For me, it hurts my tummy when it's too sweet.
Me too.
Right? It has to have, enough alcohol that we can enjoy it, of course, and not too sweet.
Yes.
So we've tried, guys, for those of you, the duck confit. There's another dish that you're giving the option of for the giveaway. Duck confit or...
It's rabbit confit. Sorry, rabbit confit.
Rabbit.
Rabbit confit.
Rabbit. I'm seeing Daffy Duck in my head right now, yelling at Bugs Bunny. The rabbit confit or the other dish,
aglio olio.
the aglio olio.
Yeah, tahong, aglio olio.
So it's mussels. So you guys
Yes.
will enjoy either of these dishes plus a cocktail of their choice.
Yes.
Yes. and the other cocktails that, you had a mixologist come in and work with the menu. Chef, did you work with the mixologist to make sure that the drinks that we would pair would, how does that work? How do you do that?
Well, the first thing was he asked our good friend Kevin. He asked for our menu. Then he asked for some ingredients that we would like to showcase, like, for example, the ampalaya, the pamapa, which is the burnt coconut ash. So we use that as well.
That's coming out later, right? Yes, I'm excited for that one.
And that's it. We just gave that to him, and he did the magic.
And he did the magic of putting these cocktails that pair perfectly with the dishes that you can order a la carte, or of course, enjoy with the chef's table, the 7-course menu. So guys, if you're interested in following Rabbit Room, obviously you can check them out on Instagram, @RabbitRoom_, and then on Facebook, Rabbit Room PH. Of course, there's a giveaway coming as well. You guys can enjoy the rabbit confit, not Daffy Duck, the rabbit confit, or the tahong aliolo. So next we have, we had 1, 2, now this is the fourth, because we had the chiquete that we downed. Okay, so this one is the 4th course. This looks like it's Chef John's baby. So this is the raviolo. Tell us about the raviolo.
So this one is very, very simple and straightforward. The herb cream, it's stuffed with eggs, of course, and some herb cream cheese, and some oregano, butter, and cheese. That's it.
Yes. So I remember you guys also saying something about kesam puti for this one.
Yes, the cheese has kesam puti and some herbs mixed in it.
Right. So guys, this is where you can also see the influence. You have the freshwater shrimp, the adlai that's used in the arancini, and the kesam puti that's used in this raviolo that I want to show you. Will we be able, should I move it back if we want to cut the yolk? Yeah, I'll move it back, and I will cut the yolk. We don't have a clean fork and knife, though. Yeah, because then everybody can have a bite, right? So I want to show you guys a perfectly done raviolo by Chef John T, where this yolk will obviously ooze. Are you biting your nails for this one? Nino's biting his nails, or maybe he's biting his nails because he wants to taste it, right? So, cheers. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I drank. It's okay. Thank you. Oh, she didn't give me a fork. It's too nice. I'm going to stick my fork in it. We're waiting so long. Okay, guys, so I don't know if you can see. I'm going to just... Oh, look at that goodness. Guys, this is the money shot. Super yum. I will tell you that I'm going to bring it over and I'm actually going to dig in. So the raviolo, obviously, this is painstaking to make with the yolk, right? To not break it, I'll just take a little bit, take the part where my fork's stuck in so you guys can have. And we can pass. So what I like about this also is, as simple as the flavors are, there's layers. There's the burnt butter, right? The sage. There's sage in here as well. And then, you know, just a little bit of herbs to go with the kesam puti. And of course, a fresh egg yolk. So, Chef, have you worked with Japanese eggs?
Japanese eggs, not yet.
Yeah.
The cured ones.
Well, not necessarily the cured ones, because I had this other friend who was saying, like, when she serves brunch, she uses Japanese eggs, and they're so different. Like, this yolk is super orange. So, guys, I'm going to taste it first. I'll stop talking. Guys, Chef, tell us about your ravioli. Sorry, we cut into it without you. Can you tell us about it?
So when I was in Singapore, this is actually one of the how do you say it? One of the hardest prep prep that I make every day there, because we were actually a pizzeria restaurant, but on my off days, I would go and hop in the Austria side, which they do a lot of pastas, which are heavy on pasta. So the raviolo, it's a herb cheese with brown butter sage sauce. It's very, very straightforward.
It's so straightforward, but so good. The flavors are there. They're layered. I think I need like 5 of these though. The Italian in me is like saying, where's the big bowl of ravioli? Like, I need a bowl in front of me. I would always sit down next to my dad at the end of the table because all the good food was down at the end by my dad, and the bowl of raviolis was always in front of my dad. So I sat to his left. Okay, so this is executed beautifully. It's executed beautifully. The yolk is so creamy and gooey. I know that, my sons would love this as well, and they might even ask the same question of like, where are the others? Because the one raviolo looks lonely because it's that good, guys. Okay, I think we have the next dish. Chef, will you be the one to explain this?
Yeah, so it's a mushroom risotto with dishes to make, because it's who wouldn't like a risotto, right? Yeah.
Right? This is not is it the arborio mixed in with the black?
Sorry.
I know, they're having so much fun. They're having so much fun. Is this the arborio rice mixed in with black wild rice as well?
Mixed with, yes. So it was actually a chef's wrap idea to mix the black rice with it.
Color. Obviously, guys, the table behind us is having a great time. So you can expect to enjoy yourself when you come down to the Rabbit Room here in San Antonio, Makati. It's a place where you can come with your friends. You can come with a family, of course, as well. So if the 7-course chef's menu or chef's table is not something you want to do with the family, there's obviously some other dishes like the lomo and beyond that. I mean, there are other comforting dishes as well that you can enjoy. So this also, we'll put this here. We have another drink. Denise, do you want to tell us about this one?
So this one's a sour. It's actually Red Robin. We call it Red Robin. It's vodka and strawberry syrup. And with egg whites.
Yes, you can see those foamy egg whites. I always love it when there's a little bit of dried fruit. I don't know if you guys can see that. It just makes it feel so special. This drink was delicious. I remember this was delicious. I think Gia and I were finished this one. Yes. But all of the drinks are delicious as well. I think not just for girls too.
That's true.
Cheers.
There's a lot of guys who order their cocktails.
Cheers. They're delicious cocktails. Cheers again.
This one actually is made by our bartender.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name? Edgy.
Yes.
Edgy, you make a great cocktail as well. We have 3 cocktails in front of us. We have the Ampalaya Smash, the Red Robin, the Summer Bodega, which obviously is very refreshing. Just the name gives you the idea that it's refreshing. So this Red Snapper is the 5th course, right? We have the 5th. So it's fish. The next dish that's coming out is very Filipino influenced, and I'm excited for this one because I also learned how to make this one myself. I'm going to try a little bit of the snapper and of course the risotto. Guys, the portions are very big, so sometimes when you go, maybe very big is not the right word, they're satisfying. Sometimes when you go for a chef's table, you might think like, oh, there's so many courses, but I'll still leave hungry.
Yeah.
In this case, this is not the case. The servings are as you see them. So this is a really nice piece of fish over just the right amount of risotto, obviously. And the next dish that's going to come out as well is very filling to finish for the 6th course, right? So I love that this risotto has the little bits of the black wild rice too. So you can see the Filipino and the Italian coming together for the 7 courses that meet on your table. What's your favorite course?
Me, I'll go with the raviolo actually.
The raviolo?
Yeah.
I actually like this one.
The bisque.
Yeah.
I think I will vote the raviolo also, but the snapper is a close second,
Same.
right?
Yeah, I
This
love
one's-
risotto.
This one's usually hard to eat but since they
That's
filled it
why.
for us.
Diba?
Yes.
We don't want to work for it.
Yes.
Yes.
I would also say I really enjoy the arancini. I could make that a meal if it was just a little bigger. Like maybe the size that Vito and Petey make and put in the deli counter. Very different altogether, but always a meal. So I like that you have outdoor dining
Yes.
as well as indoors. So
Yes.
you guys can see we're right at the cusp of the dining room. Someone wants a cocktail, which I think you'd like this one. Okay. Cheers. So that's Miggy. He just made an appearance, all for the love of a cocktail.
Yeah.
So I'll drink to that. I'll drink to
Special appearance.
having kids that are old enough to drink with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Delicious. So this is just strawberry. I feel like there might
Strawberry
even be a
syrup.
little citrus.
Yeah, strawberry syrup with lemon, of course, and then
Yes.
it's sour. So usually for the sour, like the amaretto sour, they put egg whites.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Because
like
it cuts the sour too. Then you don't feel like it's too sweet. I know we have one more dish coming out. Chef, I know this is, you're just launching, right? So this is exciting for everyone that's going to come in and be inspired with this mix of, I mean, really Italian flavors mixed with Filipino inspiration and ingenuity. You mentioned earlier when we first logged on how fun it is to put together things like this. It's very clear by the look of the menu, of course, and the taste of the food. It's delicious. Different layers. You're definitely having fun. Actually, one of the things that Nino and I, when we left, we were like, those guys are having fun with what they're doing.
they said if you do business, don't do it with friends. But it depends.
But so you guys are four
Yeah,
friends.
We're making it work because we have different areas of specialties here. So they handle the kitchen, she handles the marketing, I handle the operation. So, good.
So actually, but for this first venture of ours, we wanted really to highlight their skills and expertise. That's why we let them go
Do
on
their
their way,
thing.
do
Yeah,
their
do
thing
their
in the
thing.
kitchen.
And they do it so wonderfully and seamlessly. Like I can definitely see, if I was to taste everything separately without chef's commentary telling me what's there, I might not even appreciate or understand the Filipino ingredients or the local ingredients that went into it because it's that seamless. So where do you find most of your inspiration?
Well, I find my inspiration in the books. No, I find it from my experience. Yeah, so being exposed to a very nice restaurant is really, you have to take the opportunity. I come in on my off days. I really like learning because if you don't learn the kitchen, it's useless to work inside.
So it's a constant education or constant relearning or unlearning. And do you guys do that together? Like you're four friends. Do you guys go on vacation together and go eat?
Yes,
Yes.
of
Of
course.
course. What was your last trip that you just took?
We went to
Siargao.
Siargao.
Yeah, it's actually my birthday last June. July.
July,
sorry.
yes.
So
We went there
belated
together.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
So it was an
Entering
eating
my
adventure.
30s.
Oh goodness.
Yes, it was an
Entering
eating
his
adventure.
30s. I'm approaching 50.
Yeah, you look younger.
I'll drink to you. To that.
Cheers.
Okay, we have one more dish. Chef, I think, Chef Rap, I think this is your baby. Do you want to tell us?
So this one is beef shank tiula itung. It's a dish from Mindanao. So this is like our take on bulalo, right? So it's a stew. Then it has it's beef shank braised with turmeric, onions, spices, the burnt coconut ash. So that's why it's green. Yeah, and gata. And it has coconut shrimp.
I know that the tiluya itub. I've made that before, and it actually looks like dinuguan because the coconut gets so burnt, not burnt in a bad way, but like toasted, right? And that gives the color. And but this one you said is green. So explain like the gastronomy behind that, right?
The classic tiula one is basically black, right? So our take on this one, we added a bit of turmeric.
Yeah.
So when you add turmeric to coconut cream, it turns yellow, right? Then when you add the burnt coconut ash, it turns green. That's it.
So that's it. There's a chemical reaction there somewhere that turns it green. So I'm excited to try this too. We're just gonna wait for another. Maybe we can use that fork, or is it blasphemous if we use another fork from something else? Just want to take a little bite. So you can feel that the meat is tender. I'm getting a little bit of the cream as well. Guys, I tried all of these dishes also. The presentation is a little bit different than the last time we tried it. What made you change it?
I wasn't really happy with the first one. So I think this one's better.
It's definitely more refined than the first one. Yeah. Super tender. This is coconut.
Which one?
On top?
Oh, that's the
The bone marrow?
The bone marrow, yeah.
It's whipped bone marrow?
Yes, whipped bone marrow.
Wow. It's so good. Yes. It's like special kansi. It's special whipped kansi. Very tender, full of flavor. I love the extra, the whipped bone marrow there. Wow, that's so creative. Okay, this is the white rabbit. Guys, we have gone down the rabbit hole. We followed the little white rabbit. And now here we are, 6 courses down, 1 left. That is going to blow your mind. And of course, there is this drink. Rommel, do you want to tell us about this?
This is actually very basic. It's just vodka infused with white rabbit. So it reminds you of your childhood because 90s kid especially knows the candy. So we wanted to bring something that's kind of nostalgic.
It's so cute. It's so cute. It's
But this
almost-
one's actually a bit sweet.
This
On
one
a sweet
is sweet.
side because it's
and I'm
because
glad
it's
that you
candy.
saved it for last because it's almost like
It's almost
dessert.
yes. That's why I put
Right?
it on the last one.
So what's on top?
Parmesan cheese for a little bit of kick umami.
So white rabbit infused vodka with a little bit of parm on top. So excited to try this. Nino's like motioning off cam. He wants me to pass it to him already.
Yeah, he actually kind of liked it the last time.
Yeah.
And Dampalaya, right?
Everybody liked this. This is like so milky good. It's yummy. It really does taste like dessert.
Yes, it tastes like this.
And the Parmesan cheese, the Parmigiano, it's Parmigiano on top?
Yes.
This is delicious. So if Miguel comes back, he can take these two and leave this one because this one's going to be for me. There are lots of things a mother will sacrifice for their children, but a white rabbit, we will not. A white rabbit cocktail, we will not. Okay, so I love that what you can see on the table, while it looks very much like Italian food that you would have in any, Italian restaurant that obviously serves refined dishes. There is so much character behind it with Filipino ingredients, Filipino ingenuity, and of course Filipino influence, like all the way down to Mindanao. And then the rice from, obviously this rice is from the mountains, right? And the freshwater shrimp, the adlay. I love how you've fused, how both Chef Rap and Chef John have put together the influences and the things that they love in a way that doesn't feel also disconnected. So, because I've visited and I've had, 4 hands, 6 hands, different meals where there are different chefs working on the meal you're going to have. And you can distinctly say, okay, this is Chef so-and-so and this is Chef so-and-so. But the way the two of you work together, it very clearly comes together, melds, and, like I said, it's seamless. So you guys are having fun. I was telling Chef John that they're having so much fun and distracted. I miss my girlfriends. I was telling Chef John how, he said he was having fun. Do you find it fun as well? Do you like it more, do you see it more as a challenge for you? Do you come to work and you're like, what am I going to make today?
Bit of both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But fun, yeah. It's fun.
It is fun. You guys make it look, you make it look easy for sure.
Thank you.
So I know this is the first chef's table. Do you have plans already for the second?
Yeah, for the next one, I think we're going towards more on the Filipino side naman.
So we'll switch off. So then the next one will have a little bit more Filipino than this one, because there were little hints of Filipino for this meal. So Denise, if they want to come in and reserve, how many days in advance do they have to plan for?
A day or two, because our seating is limited only,
Right.
around 6 people per night.
Okay.
Yeah, so better book in advance.
Yeah. So the chef's table is right near the kitchen. The chefs will obviously, Chef John and Chef Rap will come out. They'll explain every dish to you when they serve it. But the rest of the dining room will obviously be happening. So this is why, we keep it to the one table where everybody can have the 7-course meal, while the rest of the dining room can enjoy, like the girls are enjoying behind us, and of course like we are with the cocktails as well. I know the dessert is coming, but beyond the dessert that comes with this particular chef's table, this 7-course menu, what other desserts can we look for besides the white rabbit?
That one.
Yes.
For our regular menu, and then the binaki.
What's that? I don't know
So
what
that
is.
one is a dish we found when I went to Bukidnon. So, like here, when you ride the bus, we have vendors that sell peanuts, right? Like
Yes.
the one there, they sell binaki, which is like a tamale made from corn,
But sweet.
but sweet. Yeah.
So it's cornmeal,
Yes.
sweet cornmeal. Do you eat it like suman with like latik?
Exactly. Yeah. Not really like suman, but it's steamed in its husk.
Yes.
So what we do here is we put like caramel syrup.
So there's caramel involved.
Oh, and cereal.
And cereal.
cereal.
like cornflakes.
Of course, for the crunch.
Yes.
Because you got to have the texture as well as the sweetness, and then of course the cornmeal. So, oh, that's so exciting! I may want to try that, chef. So obviously there is an a la carte menu that you can enjoy. We saw some of the more popular dishes that you can have here. You have the rabbit confit, the lomo, the baby octopus, and then of course we are sharing the 7-course chef's table menu because they're really excited to offer this menu for everyone. It's available starting now. All you have to do is make your reservations 6 people at a time, at least 1 to 2 days in advance. And you can follow them on Instagram at rabbitroom_ or on Facebook at rabbitroomph. Is there a number they can text?
Actually, we have a reservation number.
Oh, perfect.
We can
Share it with us. Yeah. So the reservation number, Rommel's going to look at his phone because he has to remember it.
I'm sorry to cell phone number.
That's okay. Do you guys have a website, or we just look for you on social media?
Social media.
Social media. I mean, everybody just has social media.
And soon, hopefully, when we have new brands coming in, maybe.
Okay. All right. So this is your first venture together.
Yes.
together, yes.
Yes. Do you have plans for another?
Actually, we do. Yeah, we do.
Tell us about it.
Yes, actually, we have when we built the company. I mean, we're really planning to have different concepts. So since we just opened like 4 months ago,
Yeah,
so we wanted to focus here at first. So eventually we wanted to open a different concept because we planned on not doing the same concept twice.
Yeah.
So since this one's a Filipino restaurant, Filipino-Italian, we wanted to do next one Asian but more of Chinese or
Yeah.
something different.
Are you guys up for that challenge? Oh yeah, definitely. Chef Rap is ready for another Asian Chinese influencer, maybe challenge for another concept.
Yes.
I forgot to mention that you guys just opened in March. So yeah, this is their baby. This is brand new. You guys gotta come and visit. It's really a hidden gem right here in Makati. Very easy to get to. Came from BGC, so it just took me about 30 minutes to get here, and it wasn't bad. We have the dessert now. This is. They won't need that. I'll have it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Someone else might come and steal it, but let's talk about the dessert.
It's not your typical cannoli because it's not made of ricotta, which is usually the traditional one. It's made of mascarpone with 2 flavors in it. One is the plain mascarpone with just our powdered sugar, and the other one's our blueberry mascarpone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, actually, guys, I'm going to put this in front of me. I'm not going to have any shame in my game. It's like actually having 2 cannolis in one. 2 cannoli. Now, I researched a little, and I know my son also has told me this. This is actually a cannolo, right? Because 1 is a cannolo and 2 is cannoli? Or is it the other way around? It's, yeah, so I think actually, Miguel, is it a cannolo if it's 1? No, it's a cannoli. Oh no, so I'm like a fake Italian right now because I don't know it. But so I love this. I'm not going to eat it on cam, but I am going to eat it by myself off cam. I'm not going to share it with Denise or Rommel. Because it's like 2 cannolis in one. You have the regular flavors that you would be used to, except with mascarpone, and then the blueberry, which is light and creamy as well. So you guys know that with every episode, we end with like a rapid fire. Don't worry, it's not going to be like a lights on, lights off kind of thing. Promise. Promise. We are a family show. So we can start, you guys can just call out whoever wants to say, who shaped your relationship with food?
Oh, what was the first question?
Who
Sorry.
shaped? You're so distracted by the party too. Who shaped your relationship with food?
My dad.
Your dad. Favorite food as a kid?
Lumpia.
Favorite cuisine as an adult?
Japanese.
What is your signature dish?
Risotto.
Biggest kitchen inspiration?
My dad.
Dad still.
Mom.
Mom din. Favorite pastime when not cooking?
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Bike,
Oh,
yeah.
guys, we've had this conversation before. All chefs that we know, they ride bikes. You also ride bikes? But you hang out with chefs.
Yes.
Okay.
Once a month, I ride bikes.
Okay, take out, dine in.
Dine in.
Two foods that go together but don't go together.
I'm very boring. I like normal food.
Can it be not food?
Yeah,
The other one's
okay.
not food.
Okay.
I like drinking orange juice with toothpaste. Well, after
That is the worst feeling ever.
Blushing.
Chef, I'm sorry. That is not right. No one drinks orange juice. I want to take a poll for you guys who are watching.
Brushing.
Who enjoys orange juice after brushing their teeth? Not me.
I do. See?
No way, you're a liar. You're just giving him some love is what you're doing. So my example of this is when Nino and I found Oreos and sour cream.
I haven't tried that.
Try it. It tastes like cheesecake. Any kitchen or dining accessory that you collect?
Knife.
Knives. You're on the sofa watching a movie. What's on your snack board?
Chips.
Yeah. Lace.
Lay's. Lay's. What's your favorite comfort food?
Ramen.
Ramen. Yeah, especially on a rainy night, no? Savory or sweet?
Savory.
Sweet.
Milk or dark chocolate?
Dark.
Milk.
Dark. I'm with you, dark. Spicy or sour?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Super spicy.
Sour.
Italian or Filipino?
Both.
Both.
Bugs Bunny or Roger Rabbit?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs. Nilaga or sinigang?
Sinigang.
Sinigang.
Nilaga. Tapa or tocino?
Tapa.
Tocino. Tapa.
Well, that wraps this episode. We're here at the Rabbit Room in San Antonio, Makati. We've had so much fun. Thank you for having us. Guys, you can follow them on Instagram at rabbitroom_ and rabbitroomph on Facebook. Thanks for joining me yet again on another Tuesday evening. Keep cooking, keep sharing, and of course, keep safe.